Yo!
Hey.
Hello.
Howdy.
And welcome to the 14th?
Yeah.
Wait, no, 15th.
No, 14th.
No, 14th installment.
14th installment of the League of Pod.
The Frog of Pods.
The Pods of Gentlemen. Today, we have a very special episode. We can now officially report nobody got eliminated from the playoffs last week. After we did all of that 15 minutes of hypothesizing and downsizing and upsizing, nothing happened, really.
In case you're wondering, I'm still out of the playoffs.
Dan is still out. Dan, hit him with it.
Daniel Ivanhoe?
Gone.
He's dead.
Drizzy
The other
Drake?
two people eliminated.
Drizzy Drake? And we all know Koenig 100,000%.
You got to play it 2 times for him.
Nintendo
times dead.
Don't
Do you have a
sue us.
sound of someone eating pancakes?
No, but that's next. We're getting Ew.
You're going to get a stain again, Daniel. You're going to get a stain again.
We'll get Sam to do the sound like he did all the other ones for the pancake eating. But yeah, week 14. How was everyone's week 13?
Awful.
It was good.
I had nothing to lose, so it was a good week regardless.
I had nothing to lose. Fuck you.
Yeah, Dan had nothing. You definitely had something to lose, Nikolai. But
Yeah, Nick.
glad you
Yep.
have a positive outlook on life. That's really all that matters.
More positive than the 2 people below me in this screen, so that's
You're
for
below
sure.
me on this screen, just so you know.
Yeah.
Dan, you're gonna have to do some mad editing to make sure that he doesn't.
He's going to sound like a psychopath when anybody watching this.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump right into it and take a look at those week 13 results.
Results.
I had a fantastic week,
Hey, good for you, man. That's
so
nice.
we'll go ahead and start with that one, eh? So it's myself, Omega Sharkus, against Jadeliminated.
Oh,
Morgoon.
that was good. It was sad. That was good.
Jadiddle Morgan.
Jadiddled Morgoon. I only had 3 players do well on my entire team.
Yeah.
So, not my
Joey
best
Burr.
week, honestly.
Dan had no players do well.
Dan
so.
had no players do well, which was really good for me.
Hey, Jamar Chase came back and did well for him, though.
Yeah. He
Right,
did
Dan?
okay.
Didn't meet his projection.
Yeah,
but, you know.
Jamar Chase is back. Yay. Still off.
Leo's very fortunate he's getting the Joey B Bengals in stride at the right time. It's kind of like a repeat of last year. So
Yeah, very lucky to have that. Very lucky. But yeah, I mean, Tony Pollard's going to win the league for me. Derrick Henry
So is A.J. Dillon.
had the worst fucking week
it's
of
like
his
back-to-back
life.
weeks, right? Of
He had like
not
10 last
great.
week, I think.
13,
Yeah,
but he had
13.
7 prior. So, I mean,
Yeah, 4 weeks ago he had 7 points. You're right. He's still the number 3 running back somehow,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. So I think once those playoffs start, he's got a really good schedule. Chargers, Houston, Dallas, not so much.
The finals.
Yeah, Dallas, not so much. But yeah, I'm excited. Looking forward to it. Didn't clinch the playoffs somehow.
Yeah, that's odd. I
Still
thought
have a
for sure
chance
you
to
would
We
have.
can hop back into the hypotheticals.
We will.
Next up, we got. Please wait. What is your name? Please save me, Ryan and Leo, which is Josh against Tim.
hey. My team last week was I know a guy and it had a picture of Josh Allen in a big hat.
Yeah, that was way better. You should have kept that.
You should have kept that. I agree.
What
What happened, Josh? Talk us through it.
I mean, Jimmy G died, and Jalen Waddle died. What else? What else do you want me to tell you? And Travis Kelce had his worst week of the year, so team really shit the bed when I needed it.
It's not great when your players start dying in must-win weeks.
So, yeah. Do you want me to talk about it more?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind.
Okay, so Jimmy G scored 2.24 points on the first drive and then broke his foot. Jalen Waddle hurt his leg and had 0.0 going into half. He came back and then was hobbled the entire time, but he caught a ball. And then Travis Kelce didn't do anything.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then Thomas had a really good week from his wide receivers and his running back, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, Taylor Gang puts up almost 120 with a -1 on his defense. So
yeah, his whole top 5 players, just that's all the points right there.
Every time I feel like they switch to the Seahawks game, it's just DK Metcalf just catching the ball every single time.
Yeah, it's crazy that he has
crazy.
DK and AJ Brown.
Yeah. Very crazy.
Very crazy. But yeah, Tom's team's gonna look pretty scary going into playoffs, and he's pretty much has a bye guaranteed at this point in time as well. I would say
first.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna lose to Jimmy in my eyes.
But just hypothesizing, he does not have a bye loss.
Pretty
We're
great
not
for
hypothesizing right now.
It's pretty great for you two 8 wins that the two of them play each other.
I mean, if we're hypothesizing, Sam Waxman has a chance to hop up and get a bye somehow.
Yeah.
So
No, he has no points for.
yes, he does.
Because you guys
I
both
lose, Nick loses, and
Means Jimmy will go to
Either
9-5
one,
and
Tom
Sam
or
has more
Jim.
points.
is he not close to Jimmy either?
I think so.
On points?
Yeah,
No.
he's done not bad the last few weeks.
Sam has a total of 1,281. James
He's
has
200 behind, 250 behind everybody.
It's crazy.
He's
Sam is the
100
third lowest.
He's 130 points behind, so we need to outscore James by 130. And
So
all
annoying.
of you would have to
It's possible. It's possible.
If he does it, he deserves it.
I have 40 more points than him, and he has 4 more wins than me.
He's gonna win the
We'll
chip.
hypothesize later. It's okay.
He's gonna win the chip. Next up, we got Mike's Harbaughwada, Trevor Rusher versus Detective Alan Gamble. DAG, talk us through it.
Yeah, a little rough one. I mean, I think if Kenneth Walker doesn't get hurt, I probably win this matchup. I had the carousel of Jets receivers, and I picked the wrong one. My fault.
I told you. I literally said you're going to pick the wrong one.
Yeah, but I think you also told me to pick Elijah Moore.
No, we didn't.
It
said-
wouldn't have mattered. would
I
it?
said do our Algier.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. But even if I had Corey Davison and Kenneth Walker plays a full game, I'd win this matchup easily. But no, I'm not too worried about it. Sure, it would have been nice to win, but there's a lot of good things that come out of it. Garrett Wilson's shown to be a true number 1 receiver now. As long as they throw the ball 55 times, I'm okay. And then I'll pick a defense right eventually. I'm looking forward to that when that day comes. So
You won't.
it's okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I still have a chance to get by next week. So it is what
True.
it is.
Trevor's team finally getting it together at the right time, as Nick said. He's quite lucky that his team's getting it together at the right time.
Let's tell Josh today, though, Christian Watson could be a league winner for a lot of people, but he's taking his bye at probably the worst time for Trevor possible.
Is it right now?
So it's this week, yeah.
Trevor's top 3 wide receivers are all out this week on bye.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. He's just sitting right outside the playoffs at this current point in time. So he technically needs some shit to go down to get in. So we'll see how that goes for him. Hopefully he makes it in, because I would like to play against this team in the playoffs. No offense, Josh. Next up, we got Hertz Chubb against Tucker. Never even met her. Josh's team continues this crazy run. What was he, 1-5?
Mm-hmm.
Ripped off 5 in a row, lost, and then won again. So from 1-5 to 7-6, currently holding that last playoff spot.
I mean, he
Carried
can
by
thank Devontae
Devontae
for that.
Adams.
Yeah, he can thank Devontae Adams
Carried
for that.
by Devontae Adams. Dalvin Cook has had a solid year as well. He's sitting right at the cusp of an RB1.
Yeah, David Montgomery's had a couple
That's not a
resurgence weeks.
solid, not solid for where you draft him though. So
He's
not where he should have been.
Yeah. And then Amari Cooper, I think, has also been one of the
I mean, he's got the wide
breakouts of
receiver
the year.
1, the wide receiver 12, and the wide receiver 14. So it's pretty solid.
Pretty solid. And he's got Odell just waiting to be unleashed on the rest of the
He's
league.
got Odell just sleeping on the plane for him.
That's right, baby. Meanwhile, James's team, he had a fine week. All things considered, his wide receiver situation is not great.
It's even rougher now because Cortland Sutton is hurt. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever starting 2 players on the Denver Broncos, who are the worst defense since 1964,
offense.
or the worst offense, rather, since 1964, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a bad time.
James has slipped. I don't think is he on a losing streak now, or did he? I think he snuck one out, right?
Yeah, I think he won last week.
Okay, but even then,
I'm
I
not
think he's
mistaken.
lost a decent amount of his.
Did you see that stat that when Peyton came to the Broncos, like his first game, he threw 6 touchdowns, and Russell Wilson, his first 13 weeks with the Broncos, he's only thrown 6 touchdowns.
Have you guys been following the
Peyton
trend?
Manning
that-
threw 7 touchdowns in his first game with the Broncos.
It might have been 7, and then only 6.
I think it was a
I've read
Thursday
the
night.
reference.
I think it was a Thursday night football game to start the year. I remember.
Yeah, crazy.
There's a trend
Also-
on TikTok that Russell Wilson versus touchdown passes versus how many toilets he has in his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Toilet-
it's
the
getting,
toilets
it's,
are
it's,
great.
getting-
On Twitter.
it's becoming a
So
sweat
great.
now.
Yeah.
He's going to lose.
Yeah, toilets are going to win.
I was really surprised that you just said Terry McLaurin was ranked 14. I had to double check that because that's wild. I think he's had a super quiet year.
Since
Yeah.
he's
High
just
end
been
RB
consistent.
wide
He's
receiver
been
too, yeah.
super consistent all year.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't love those numbers, but hey, that's
He gets a lot of
wide receiver
targets.
2 numbers, right?
He just
Yep.
has Tyler Heineke thrown to him, so half of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh's team is a little spooky. A little spooky.
Don't call him Spoopy Josh for nothing.
They call him Spoopy Josh.
It's a crazy thing to call a guy.
Comeback player of the year for sure, right? Like he's got to have it locked up.
I think you have to make the playoffs to get it.
From pancakes to 1-5 to 7-6 and potentially 8-6 making the playoffs. Like,
If I'm not
What a
in, I hope
story.
it's him. If I'm
What a
not in, I
story,
hope it's
huh?
him.
what a
Yeah,
story.
Rosen was ranked 12th 3 different times in our power rankings,
Proud of him.
and he's just been up and up since
What
week
a
7.
story, huh? Fuck the Yankees. Next up,
True.
King Drizzle. Bad matchup. Drizzle doesn't have to eat pancakes. Next up,
Was it our
Match of
matchup
the
of the
week?
week?
No, this one
This
is.
Oh, this
No.
one was.
yeah,
Okay.
this one was.
We didn't do the Pancake Bowl as the matchup of the week.
We mentioned it. We talked about
Okay.
the pancake of the week, but
Pankake of the weekend.
this is just bad. You know,
The Bukake of the week.
Are we good?
This
Do we have
was
to talk about it?
Yeah, we're
matchup
good.
of- Yeah.
Good for
Okay.
Drake. He snapped off a huge game. Was top scorer last week, but
Yeah, good for him. Need Drake to win this week, though, real bad. Next up, this was the matchup of the week.
Yeah.
The matchup to determine which team that doesn't deserve to make the playoffs makes the playoffs.
Whoever won this pretty much solidified a playoff spot. And wouldn't you know it, Al-Shababa Ganoush Najigba.
Wait, it's not solidified though, right?
It's not, but
It's not, but it's...
There's some like crazy scenarios that allow for both of them get knocked out, but I'm pretty sure it hinges on Rosen and Trevor winning, and Trevor winning by like a lot of points, and then both Aaron and Sam losing and not putting up any points.
I mean,
we'll
it's just,
hypothesize later.
yeah.
But this... lost my train of thought. Anyways, Al-Shababa Ganoush Najigba pretty much shouldn't be in the playoffs. I think
His defense scored 31 points.
we referenced this earlier,
crazy.
but when the Browns defense only scores points on defense,
It's so funny to look at his points scored last week. Just go down that line and then pick out the outliers. Pick out the outliers at the bottom there. Almost 50 points from your kicker and defense is incredible.
it's ridiculous. And Flag just his studs let him down this week.
What studs?
Oof.
I mean,
Kind of
Keenan had
tough
a
when
good day.
D-Hop and Foreman were both on bye. So like we're saying that he's still not officially eliminated. But if he had won, he would be sitting pretty. What I was going to say earlier is Sam now has, I believe, an 11% chance to not make the playoffs, which is
18.
He's at 82%, so 18% chance.
18%.
very low.
I
That's a very low chance. But crazier things have happened in this crazy sport world of fantasy football.
Sport world.
mean, all that really to knock Sam out, all you need is Rosen and Trevor to win and Sam to lose. As long as they're not playing each other. It's not that crazy.
I'm playing Rosen.
So I have to win for
Trevor's
Rosen.
I'm playing Trevor. So Trevor's got a good chance to win. Because my team seems to be just shit in the bed in big
No,
spots.
his team is terrible. Well,
His
wait,
team's all on bye this week.
But Sam
Yeah.
could still make it in even if he loses, though, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
if Trevor and
don't-
Rosen,
But if Aaron
Trevor
wins-
either
and
one of them lose or
if
he
Aaron
wins.
wins and Trevor and Rosen lose, I think he's locked in.
Aaron doesn't matter.
People are gonna hate listening to this because we have
Yeah,
no
we got to stop doing
fucking
this.
clue
We got to
what we're
start. They were
talking
so
about.
mad last week about it.
We have no idea what we're talking about at
To
all.
the
they?
12 people that listen to this,
I got good feedback on it. Who said that? Trevor?
I
Sure,
think Jimmy
Good
said that.
feedback.
in the group chat, I'm pretty sure they all
was
said they
the,
lost brain cells.
What was the? Did you do like a study?
He
group?
did a straw
No, what are
poll.
those called? No,
Yeah, dude. I went to school for marketing, so I did a market study.
that one. Did you do a market study? What were the results?
Looking at the picks from last week. Yeah, pretty interesting week, honestly.
Oh,
for
I'm
picks.
so good at this.
And you guys tell me I did this real quick, so let me know if I missed something. But me and Leia both went 2-4, and Josh
Hell
and
yeah.
Dan both went 4-2. That tightens up the leaderboard a little bit. Nick's ahead of us for
Nick,
3 games,
I hate you
41-37.
so much for losing.
Leo and
So
I are
good.
now under 500, basically a game, 38-40, and Josh is in dead last place. May I add?
Dead last by what? Oh, fuck off.
37.
So
And
far
41.
down there.
You fell out of the playoffs before I did.
Wow, Nick, how are you so?
Dan's going to love using that on me next week.
Nick, how are you so good at this, man? Talk us through it.
He was the worst for so long and then had 2 good weeks in a row.
Just pick with my
And then it's
gut
been
instead of my
500
brain,
since-
you know? Pick with
I
my heart.
wonder.
You guys think
how
too
many-
much sometimes.
I wonder how many times Nick has just picked whoever was projected more, and how many times that has worked out and hit.
No, he loves the ESPN predictions. I feel like he's picked me.
I do the opposite of what I do when I actually gamble. When I gamble, I really think I like somebody, and then I actually go with it and it loses. For these, I really like somebody, so I do the opposite typically. And it's worked. So,
You should get that checked out by a neurological professional.
I
But
think you have a neurological disease.
yeah, I haven't bet in a couple weeks, though, so I'm proud of myself.
only one more week until for us to catch up to Nick. And then after
Yeah, we're
that,
not using. We're gonna have a playoff.
after
We're
that,
gonna have
we'll
a
make
bracket.
Yeah, and
Thank
it's
you.
weighted. It's weighted, so
Of course,
that's
it's
weighted.
weighted.
No. We should do a league bracket challenge. Group chat
a
bracket
weighted,
challenge.
it's a weighted cash, Josh. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, should we do a March Madness bracket? So like the first round is worth 1 point, the second round is worth 2 points, and then
Yeah, I like that.
the finals is worth 4 points or whatever.
And you have to do the exact score just in case.
Of course.
All right, power
That'd be
rankings.
fun.
Send it all to Dan so he can play with his Excel like he loves.
That'd be fun.
Power rankings.
Yes, sir.
Power rankings.
Power rankings.
Poopy rankings.
We had a big fall from grace by one
Bunch
of our...
of shakeup. If you look at
one
the
of our-
Oh, thank God I'm
team
outside the
column,
playoffs now.
The only two people that didn't move were Trevor and myself at 8 and 10. So a lot of change. Thomas ranked number 1. Leo and Nick tied for 2. Those bonies over here. Jim 4.
Is that
Rosen
right?
5. Rosen's top 5 now.
Top
Sam
5.
6. Caliendo 7. Trevor 8. Fleg 9. Dan 10. Drake 11. Koenig 12.
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm showing all of it too, by the way.
I don't think I've ever jumped less than 2 spots, either up or down. I always either jump real high up or real far down.
Should I
but I'm-
fact check that like I did last time?
Yeah, please do. That'd be awesome.
I'm just curious. I have a question. After this week is over, are we still going to power rank based off what we think is the best teams, or are we done?
No.
The
It's literally only playoff teams right now in the top 6.
I the last couple of weeks I've been doing like the highest odds to win the belt.
Okay, I'm just curious.
That's what I've been doing.
Just curious. Like if we're going to continue with the same
Nick
type of
is
rankings.
so upset.
You tried hitting us with a gotcha, but like it's
curious.
only playoff teams.
No,
right now.
no. I'm just
Nick is so
simply curious. Like if,
By
if,
curious as
if
fuck.
Trevor would make the playoffs at 6, but Rosen missed out, like would you still rank Rosen ahead of Trevor?
Dude,
The power
don't put
rankings next
Curious
week.
and Trevor in the same sentence.
You know what I mean? That was my
Whoa,
question.
dude. Well, I don't think we're doing power rankings beyond next. Like that was probably the last power rankings, I would assume.
I would
right?
guess that's a lot. I mean, yeah, because now it's just whatever the bracket is, the
Whatever you
shake
want.
up,
All right, so that's all I
the
asked.
shake and bake up.
So that was the last one. Let's take a look at the actual standings, where Nick is even further lower than in the power rankings. So here
Who
are
are
the
you?
actual. Here are the, yeah, but I don't care nearly as much.
I don't either.
All right. Here we
You
got
don't care?
Tommy 3 Tits at number 1. Jimmy just jiggles his nuts all over the place at number 2.
Those things.
We got Nicholas 9 nipples on his chest at number 3. Myself at number 4. Al Shababa Ganoush Najigba at number 5. And Tucker Never Even Met Her at number 6. And so that rounds out the playoff picture. And then the following 3 teams, Trevor, Flag, and Josh Caliendo, still with hopes of clinching that last spot. So it appears somehow Nick has now clinched the playoff spot. I'm at 99%, so there's still a chance.
It's because you have to bench your defense.
It's still a chance that I get tooted and booted.
And that
Josh
fact
is
check-
now. Go ahead.
On that fact check, Leo, you have moved 3 times, twice, and 4 times, actually twice. And the only person that's actually been moved more than that is Koenig, who moved 6 spots to last place.
Hell yeah. Love that.
Poor guy.
Thank you, Snopes. Josh, how are you feeling at your 18%?
It's a great nickname.
Going down with the ship.
Nice.
I don't feel good about it, but
Nice.
gonna
Should we
ride
get
it
into the
out.
hypothetical? How do you get in?
I mean, it's super basic how I get in because of points for. It's pretty irrelevant what goes on with like scoring. Really, all that needs to happen is that first and foremost, I need to beat Trevor. Trevor and I play this week. If I beat Trevor, that's the first thing, and then both Rosen and Flag need to lose. If Rosen
Okay.
and Flag lose and I win, then I am in.
You take that number 6 spot.
I do. 6 is the absolute best that I can get, though. So if any team that has 7 wins gets a win this week, I am eliminated.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So whoever ends up being the 3 seed will be playing me no matter what happens if I am to make it in.
Gotcha.
The shakeup gets a little bit crazier if any of the 7-win teams win. Then you're kind of looking at a whole different scenario where the playoffs get a little bit murky.
Gotcha. Interesting. Well, I will do my best, sir, to beat Josh Rosen.
I told Koenig I would suck him today if he wins, so...
Okay. Next, so for the points for DAG up at the top.
Dag, baby.
Taylor Gang jumped up as well, I believe. I don't think he was that high up last week.
I scored a lot of points last week.
Josh is at third. Weber's sitting at ninth currently in the standings. And then myself, James, and Rosen, which are 3 other playoff teams. And then the last playoff team is all the way down here.
And
That guy's so
and
bad.
Flag's
1281.
outside looking in. At the
Flag
very
is
bottom.
just outside looking in at the very bottom as well.
It's fucking
so-
bullshit.
That's
It was
crazy.
crazy though
Yeah.
that those top 4 points for was that Tom, Leo, the ones that's above. So it's Nick and then 30 points, and the rest of you are like within 15 points.
Yeah.
So it really is like, I mean, it really is the group of 5 of you, but like it's pretty tight at the top.
You know
Points
what
for.
what
but
really
one of them
sucks?
is not in the playoff.
What really sucks is I'm 3rd in points for, and I'm 4th in points against, like 4th lowest points against. So really all it is, I have 100 more points for than points against. Really all it has been for me is that I have just made horrible decisions in some games and have cost myself wins. Because it's all
I mean,
been, for the most part, close
It's
losses.
more just whenever you've done well, the team against you has done well also. When you haven't, the team against you has also haven't done that well. Player
Yeah, I think I
500.
beat you by like 1 point.
You beat me by a Tom Brady being benched. I benched Tom Brady last second, or pretty late, and I lost because of that.
Yeah, I think the first week I only beat you by like 2 or 3 points too.
You
So
beat me
it's,
by like 4, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was upsetting.
Josh hit the half-century mark. 50
I'll
moves
get it.
on the year.
I'll get it to 100 by Tuesday.
So, Koenig, I think, has now gone to his proof. I guess it's not really because there was no chance he was ever going
He
to.
quit
I
at
think-
one point, but he's had the least the whole season.
I think he has $98 left in Fab as well,
Yeah.
or something crazy like that.
So hot.
Good for
He
him.
Go pick
You know
up a
what?
kicker with that
So
money,
hot.
you know?
He doesn't have a home field advantage.
It's
That's
a
what
home
it is.
thing. It's the home games that have been costing him. You're right.
The home games, he's like the Cardinals
Oh.
out there.
Shit, and he's home against Aaron this week. I'm screwed. It's over.
Oh
for me,
yeah,
guys.
he's done.
Wait, what's Aaron?
He's done for.
How's Aaron? Aaron is solid on the road.
He's 3-3 on the road.
He's solid on the road.
Jimmy just with that fortress, impenetrable at home.
Do we have anybody who's just a monster on the road? Looks like Nick.
Me and Nick and Trevor.
You,
And
Nick and
Trevor.
Trevor. Monsters on the road.
Dan doesn't travel well. We knew this.
Yeah. You
Dan
would
does
think
not
that
travel
the
well.
elevation would be an advantage, but it's not.
But you know what's crazy is you have the least away games.
Yeah, a couple of people
You
do.
have a shit ton of home games, but
It's because Nick literally, I swear, Nick handpicks the schedule and in his favor every game.
Yeah, Jim, why do you have 8?
I actually spend weeks, Dan, at a summit retreat up in the mountains, just right up
There's
the
a commissioner retreat that he's been going to. He's been using the league money for it. He's been siphoning off the top.
He just beats off and makes schedules the whole
He's
time.
been
that he's
siphoning
up
off
there.
the top when he buys you guys like Mexican food every year.
Jokes on you, I work at some barrels to get that shit free.
Jokes on you. He is the burrow.
That $120 you send him gets him a 3-day weekend retreat for commissioners.
I'm not sending
Awesome.
you shit this year, Nick, by the way.
Roger
Yeah, I'm
Goodell's
not
there.
paying shit. Unless I win. All
I
right.
still do have to pay you for the league, Nick, so.
Several people do.
I'm not
Everybody
paying
does,
shit.
basically.
Let's take a look at the last regular season week preview.
Kind of sad.
Matchup preview.
Last week of the year, boys. Last regular season week of the year. Like we just showed, there is a lot that can happen in this last week. We won't get into it this episode, but just know that there's still 9 people that could potentially make the playoff. And Dan is not one of them. Now, let's take a look at the first
I was waiting for
matchup.
that. I knew you were going to do that, you bonehead.
Got him.
It is myself, Omegi Sharky, against Josh Rosen.
Oh, man. This is where
Oh,
you
pick myself.
You're home for this one.
I'm going to pick myself. Josh's 2 best players are on bye.
I'm taking Leo for this. Wait, who's on bye for him?
Just Demon and Terry McLaurin.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still got a Devontae Adams. So
And he
Yeah,
dropped
But I got a
30
Stephon
bucks.
Diggs.
He dropped $30 on Fab on Zay Jones.
That's true.
sheesh, who's questionable?
I'm
Holy
gonna-
shit. Look at this. All of Josh's fucking players are away.
All the way. Except
that's
for Dak
actually
against
not good.
Houston.
That's tough.
Amari Cooper is known to be a poop bag on the road.
I'm going to take...
Oh no, he's great on the road. He's horrible at
Yeah,
home. Isn't
I'm going
that
to take
what it is?
Rosen here. Just
Fucking
because
guy.
Joe Burrow's terrible against the Browns for whatever reason.
Is that true, or are you making up a stat and
No,
saying it as fact?
Bengals have yet to beat the Browns with Joe Burrow.
Really? That's
That is a fact, yeah. And I think Devontae Adams goes off against the Rams. So, go Rosen.
I like it.
I got you, Leo.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Leo. I don't feel great about it. I don't think Leo has a great week this week, but yeah.
So Joe Burrow is 0-4 against the Browns, but short of one game, he kind of pops off against the Browns.
The Browns just pop off against him.
That's what it looks like. I mean,
It's the pop
Yes.
off games.
of his 4 games, he has 316 yards and 3 touchdowns in one of them, 406 yards and 3 touchdowns. His bad game was 282, 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but then in the last game he had 232 and 2 touchdowns.
How do we think? I didn't watch the fucking shitty ass Browns Texans game at all. How did Deshaun Watson do?
Awful.
Bad.
He looked
Yeah,
horrible.
terrible.
It was all
I-
their defense. If their defense didn't show up, they genuinely might have lost that game. He looked horrendous.
Did.
Hell yeah!
But I do think
Texans
Dak's gonna drop like 30 points against the Texans. So if
I
you
think
lose,
the
Dak's
running
gonna be
backs are
a
gonna
I
drop.
think Houston
Honda.
Dallas get up early and just run
I-
the ball.
I think Dallas.
Probably.
I agree with that. I think Dallas is going to get up early. You might get some early Dak.
We're going to get one CeeDee Lamb touchdown, and the rest is going to be Tony Pollard and Zeke.
Which really
Tony
goes
Pollard,
Leo's
the
favor.
number 7 running back in the year.
Dude's a monster, man. I tried
Crazy.
lowballing you for him too,
Look at these numbers, dude. I'm stacked.
dude. You look like me at the beginning of the year.
Well, Pat Fryermuth doesn't count. You know that.
Okay.
I mean, the 7th best tight end is like...
What are your
Seventh
tight ends, Nick?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the 7th best tight end is, like, irrelevant.
It's the equivalent of like the 20th best running back.
Yeah.
I agree. But look at those numbers. Higher number, better person. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay,
We-
Lud.
Did everyone pick?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
it was
Lamb.
really layout.
Everyone picked me, right?
I didn't.
Oh, that's weird.
He avoided the pod screen. Thank God. Thanks, Nick.
Next up, Sweet Baby Jesus against Mike's Hard Bong Water.
That would be a great team name.
Trevor's
Pick that up
team
here.
is projected 89 points, Josh. He scored
got-
63 points the last time he played you.
Yeah, he's
Oops.
literally got his top 3 wide receivers on bye this week.
So
Pittman,
if
Olave,
you-
and Watson.
the man is starting a Denver wide receiver, which we just talked about not being a great idea.
I'm going to. I said this, and I truly mean this. My dream scenario is that I go into this game, I decimate Trevor, score 160, 170 points. You beat Josh Rosen, and I miss out on the playoffs because Aaron beats Ryan by scoring 73 points and gets into the playoffs off of that. That is my
That's
dream
your
scenario
dream?
because I'm going to be insufferable. I'm going to be insufferable in the group chat about just how fucking unlucky and stupid everything is. So that is my dream scenario.
I'm picking Josh.
It would
Josh
mostly
team
suck.
sucks this year. Not this year, but this week it sucks.
Yeah, I'm taking Callie too. And that would mostly suck Josh because I think Flegg and Sam in the playoffs is a mess because they are literally
Yeah.
2 of the worst.
I think
3.
Josh does
Yeah.
what he can to control
I'd be
this.
so
but
down for that to
But-
happen.
But
Good for you.
I was going to say, if you get those 2 in, it would be kind of fucking funny if they somehow keep their black magic going and end up
Yeah.
making it to the finals somehow. So
Who are you
I
picking?
regardless of what happens, I think it's funny. I'm taking myself.
Wow.
I am fully picking in 3 games what I need to happen, regardless of what things look like. So
I would be kind of down to finish as 4th place if it meant Sam finishes as 5th place. Clip that, because when I lose to Sam in the first week of the playoffs, we can all go back and
You can-
shit in my mouth.
you control your destiny on that, though. If you really wanted to try to get funky with it, you could bench your team. You could bench like a quarterback or
he's
something
fighting
like
for a
that.
bye right now, though.
I know that's the hard part. If you were in a position where you knew you weren't going to get a bye, you could lock it where you purposely lose to Rosen. But
This is going to be the first time in 4 years that I will not be finishing as the number 1 team in the regular season.
Yeah,
is that a guarantee that you,
Is that
you
true?
can't? Yeah, because Thomas,
Tom and
the
James.
last
Thomas
three
or
years-
James will be.
Someone's
The
going to win
last
10
3
games.
years
this
in
year.
a row, I have finished first place in the regular
It
season.
sounds like fake news, but okay.
Check it.
The fake news media.
First.
You have to show full standings because
That's,
that's not going to
that's
show
not
you.
that's not the.
I love how we're going down this rabbit hole.
First.
Yeah, I
Regular
remember that
season.
one.
No,
Yeah.
go by record. You have to go by. Yeah, there you go.
I remember that one.
First.
Oh, you that same page. You could just change the year.
Oh, wait,
Too
that's
late.
my name right there. Burn enough. That's cool.
It's because you won the league.
Oh, I
That's what we're
forgot.
talking about. Oh, look, this
First.
is the year that we did. That we
Wait,
did
go to-
divisions.
First.
I was going to say you're first. Someone else 9-4. Click right there. Season to 2019.
First.
Oh,
Those final standings.
I'm kidding.
Wait, go to
First.
2018. What happened
Okay,
in
so you
2018? though?
were
I'm
tied
curious.
for wins twice.
Dan,
What happened in
Jesus
28?
fucking Christ, man.
What?
I was tied for first place. I finished first place the last 3
Fine.
years in a row.
Wait, what
What-
happened in
What
2018?
else do I...
I'm just curious what 2018 was. Oh.
All right, well, we'll give it to
That's
you
the
then.
type of
after.
guy where you're like, the sky is blue, and they'll be like, it's actually a shade of cyan.
It's actually just the reflection off the ocean.
No, I just don't like
Anyways.
to feed your fucking ego.
Well, it's just facts, man. We're just talking facts now. Spitting
No, your ego
proof,
is
you know what I
facts.
mean? Spitting facts on the daily. Next up,
Wait, Leo, who'd you pick?
Josh.
Pod
Pod
Sweep, you're going to
Sweep.
lose.
Yep, I'm guaranteed a loss. Thank you for that.
Next up. Ooh, man, this is a lot closer than I anticipated. Ooh, he beat you week 3? What the heck?
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not nervous, but I would not be surprised if I lose
Look
this
at these
matchup.
numbers. These numbers aren't nearly as good as my numbers.
Well, I mean, weighted, it's close. But
What?
Just because Kenneth Walker weighs like 250 doesn't mean it fucking.
No, that's Tony Jones. I think I have a shot. Obviously, if I win, I pretty much lock up a bye as long as James or Thomas doesn't outscore me by like 50 points in their loss. So yeah, I mean, I control my own destiny, which not all other people can say. So
You do control. Are you picking yourself?
of course, every week.
I'm gonna pick Drake solely because I need him to win. So that
I'm taking-
take that bye.
I'm taking Drake because Nick couldn't pull off a W last week when I needed it. So fuck you, Nick. I hope you lose.
That was Kenneth Walker's fault. Talk to him.
No, I hope you lose. So fuck you.
I thought you were like full on riding Nick the rest of the way, dude. What the hell happened?
No,
Like,
Leo. Leo is the horse that I'm riding now.
Don't touch
I
him.
want Leo to win the championship because it's the only thing that could piss the league off more. Like that would piss the league off more than anything.
Yeah,
Dude,
that pissed
I've
me
been
off.
good this year. I've been
Oh,
good this year.
yeah.
I really
You have been. You have been. But it'll make everyone so much more angry if you
You've had the championship belt in arm's reach all day long, every day.
Look, look
It's
how
further-
far I have to go right now.
That's a long arm, man. That's a
Look how
long
far I'm
arm.
moving right now. I'm stuck on a toy. That's how far I have to move.
I'm gonna go Nick. I think the Nick locks up the bye.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't feel great about it, except,
Oh, fuck.
but he's a better team.
Are you okay?
Man, let's go Nick.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
back with the belt. That was at arm's reach.
You got the belt, Nick.
I'm going Drake.
Our next game.
Thanks. Next up. Fuck, I'm making a mess.
I feel like that's my
All right,
fault.
Koenig versus Flag.
Let's go, Ryan.
The Koenig versus Flag.
Yeah, I'm picking
this one-
Koenig. Koenig
this
all
This
the
is
way.
the toilet bowl. Look at those.
This one's huge for Ryan because if Ryan can win this and Drake loses, I'm pretty sure based on points for Ryan jumps out of the basement. So
Josh, are you going to be Ryan's keeper just in case Trevor Lawrence does not play?
I'm
we
going
need-
to be so deep in Ryan's ass about his team this week. Yes, Nick.
You gotta stop talking about sucking him off and stuff, man. It's going to be too
Fucking
much.
deep.
I'm gonna pick Flag.
Thank you for helping not make it a pod sweep. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna pick Koenig.
Nick, why do you look like
Do you
you're
guys want to
pooping
look
right
at
now?
their team? Actually, would that
No,
help?
let's just stay
Not
with
really.
Koenig.
No.
Would that help at all?
Yeah,
Are you crying?
I'm laughing. I
He's crying. Wait, Justin Fields is on bye?
Yeah, I don't like these late buys. It sucks.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going Koenig big time. I'm talking
that-
like Koenig is gonna pop off 120. Flag won't break. We'll double him up. This is a due time.
This is that double
Yeah.
up week. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I think it'll be a close game.
Leo picked Flag.
That-
Did you two pick? Callie
Yeah,
Nick?
I picked Ryan
picked Ryan. I just text Ryan also.
to go pick up another quarterback just in case.
Yeah.
Next up, Al Shababa Ganushna Jigba against Dan.
Damn! It's Daniel!
Dan, you have the potential to really hurt one of your kind here.
Rewrite.
Dan,
history,
I hope
baby.
you play spoiler and somehow ruin his hopes and dreams. So I'm taking
I would
Dan.
love to. I'd love to. I mean,
You're
I don't feel
projected
great
to
about my
beat him.
team, though.
He doesn't have
Look
a
at
projected
my-
to-
Go
You're
look at my
projected to be the
buys.
most beautiful person I know.
Go look at my buys. I mean, I'm missing
Both terrible
basically Aaron
players.
Jones. Yeah, missing my
Yeah, we got Ramondre.
other
And
top
Mike
10
Boone.
running back.
Look at this, dude.
Did you say
The
Mike
1
Boone?
and
Like
2?
Mike Boone is going to save him?
Yeah, you got Mike
You need a
Boone.
big week from Tyler Bass, which you actually might get.
Yeah,
Because of the Jets
Tyler
D.
Bass is great.
Yeah,
the
I picked
back-
Dan here. I like Dan this week.
I like Dan every week.
I'm also taking Sam.
Where are you going to take him?
Take him out back. Dan, you have a lot of reliance on the San Francisco 49ers.
We've talked about this
Yeah.
a lot.
And
Yeah.
you
It's
would
not
have
that
thought
much.
you would have thought that would have translated to more wins, considering they're leading their division.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's their
like,
defense
that's my
leading
wide
the division.
receiver 3 and my tight end and my defense. The defense is fantastic. I'm not that reliant on them. I have a lot better players than all of them, except the Niners D, because they're amazing. I'm going to pick myself. I don't
He
feel
was your
confident
wide
about
receiver one. He was your
I
wide
mostly-
receiver one. Raw.
No, he's not. I mostly don't feel because of injuries. Yeah,
Yeah.
most of don't feel great about it. Obviously,
Didn't Tua also get hurt?
I think he's okay. Yeah, he's limited today. He's fine.
They're not talking about it.
I guess not.
Limited.
Limited.
Tom the Arrow Pelissero.
Yeah, he's fine.
He could have returned to the game and is expected to start. He's fine. Do you
But
care
that's-
about this game at all, Josh? Does this game affect you?
it's a testament. It's a
No,
testament.
but I need Tua to play because Jalen Waddle's really bad without Tua.
Gotcha.
My defense loves me so much that they tried to injure Tua in preparation for this game. It's great.
Is that the
Hell
testament
yeah.
that you were going to say?
Are you reading to us from the Old Testament?
That's what he said. He said it's a testament.
All right.
Last up, we have the regular season last
Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week. Matchup of the week. Matchup of the week.
Here is the top two teams in the league going against each other one last time in the regular season.
Yeah, battle for number one seed right here.
Yep. The previous matchup, Thomas came away with it pretty handily. This week, he is projected to once again come away with
This
it
is
pretty
James's
handily.
team at full billing. I was confused why it was 96.6, but this is his team at full bill.
Full build.
He has Cortland Sutton in still. He's projected 0, so
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
he'll probably switch it out
Can you
with
scroll on the bench?
Tyler
Yeah.
Boyd or Van Jefferson.
Okay.
So it will be a little bit closer, but I think Tom wins. I think Tom takes the 1 seed overall, wins 50 smackaroonies, and keeps on
You
moving
just
along.
smack him?
Yeah.
I feel like there's some kind of. I think Thomas is probably going to win, but I'm going to take James just because I have a feeling that Jalen Hurts might pop off a little bit. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go James.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Is there a way they both lose?
Nope.
It'd be cool.
I love that. Yeah,
Then-
that'd be nice.
Because then you and I would get.
If they tie,
Fucked.
maybe.
Well, no, because I think if they tie, they still
It's a halfway.
are
They
ahead of both
they have
of us.
less losses than you.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Thomas. Better
Probably
number,
the
bigger
right call.
person.
Yeah, I'm going Tom too. It's going to be close. I think Tom's team is in better form. I could see Jim. His running backs are playing each other, which is always fun. I could see those two just popping off in a straight-up Midwest game.
Tom's starting ham cakers this week. That'll be fun.
Yeah, no JT.
Jimmy really has wide receiver issues, though, and
Big time.
Thomas was able to address his wide receiver issues
Yeah,
somehow.
he's welcome.
He is starting Cam Akers this week because of Jonathan Taylor being on bye, but
I don't know if we should really look into these Week 14 buys. Seems like a real
Pretty crazy that Tom
fuck
is
you
going to be the
fantasy
1
football
seed and
players.
doesn't have a good flex.
It's the whole. I mean, it's the Holy Trinity, except JT got replaced by Josh Jacobs.
yeah,
Tom, that pick of Josh Jacobs is
Yeah.
carrying Thomas.
Totally.
Not that Josh Allen isn't good. I mean, Josh Allen's the 3, and Mark Andrews is the 2, and getting 11 points a week out of your tight end is massive. But Josh Jacobs has been insane, and
Yeah.
It is funny with Josh Jacobs because the entire thing was, going into the year, McDaniels wasn't going to use him, yada, yada, yada. And then you look at it and it's like, no, it made sense. They're going to run this guy into the ground because this is a contract year and they're not bringing him back next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for Thomas. I hope he gets his first chip, honestly. Has James won before?
He's not, no.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's
So
not.
two first timers battling it out for the number one
This,
regular seed.
yeah, I think this is the first time these two have been number one seed, yeah. Not only.
Yeah. I mean, and there's still the chance that they both get buys, even if, regardless of whoever loses.
Yeah, if I lose, then it's
Or
probably
if,
over.
yeah. If
You need to
if I
outscore him
lose,
quite a bit.
We're within 15 points. We just went over this.
Oh, yeah, that works.
But yeah, hell of a regular season, fellas. Any thoughts? Any closing statements on how this regular season went? I guess that'll be next week, really. But
It's always, it's always fun.
Nick's a thought.
It's always fun, like at the end of the year, just like look at all these different results we can get this week. Comes down to 9 teams to have a chance at 6 spots. So kudos to the league for making it to the last game, and those that didn't, you guys are also really cool.
everyone played every week. I think nobody ever had like a.
Yeah, I think we're done with tacos. There's no more left.
Do we know if Ryan is going to be in town for the holidays? If he ends up being last, maybe do a live show from IHOP with Ryan for a couple hours.
Absolutely not.
Fuck that. What?
But yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
Shut
I
up,
hope
Dan.
Flegg and Sam both make it into the playoffs.
You don't need
I
that.
know.
If you're a playoff team, that is what you want. If you are a
'Cause I
playoff
don't-
team, that is what you want.
Play Josh Rosen or Josh Caliendo in the playoffs. Or Nick.
The good news is you can't play both of us. So.
That's
That's a
true.
scenario where you'd play both.
My dream scenario would be playing Trevor in the playoffs. Even though I just lost to him, I'd like to play Trevor in the playoffs. That'd be my
Why?
ideal
Seems very
situation.
mid.
Just to,
Nick can score over 90 points, so yeah.
I didn't last
Damn.
week. Scored 89.
Didn't last week.
That was an outlier.
Didn't last week. All right, let's
now
go ahead.
Kenneth Walker doesn't have an ankle.
It's jammed. He's fine.
I've never heard of a jammed ankle.
The unusual injury.
I got him locked. Bingo.
Locks of the week.
Bingo.
Bingo bango.
Bingo, bango, dano. All right, looking at last week's picks.
Did we all do
We
that
all
last
lost.
week? Oh, we did? Oh, I heard somebody took the
Nice.
reverse parlay.
We all lost.
Nice.
Yeah, I
We got suckered into the Dolphins game, huh?
very
Feel
slightly
bad.
missed my parlay, honestly, but I did miss it. So
Yeah, just
Nice.
a bad year.
Oh, no.
Dude,
I'm
if
the...
Butker doesn't miss a 55-yard field goal, I'm probably looking good.
We suck. Leo's the only one who's good. He's the only one over 500. And I'm the only one with a chance to get to 500 besides that now.
Yeah. No, it's
Unless these dudes do a fucking plus 12,000 parlay.
well,
No,
the
500 for
The great thing about this is we don't have to stop this week.
That's true.
I guess
could
that's true.
continue
Yeah,
it.
this can keep going.
We got basketball. We got baseball. We got
There's still
College
There's still going to be
basketball.
football.
Four more games of
Ooh.
regular season.
we got we got women's Korean baseball. We got
I mean, if you don't bet on fucking table tennis, then you are not addicted to gambling.
anyways. Let's
you have to lie
let's
bet it
go
though.
ahead and get into this week's picks. Josh, start us off.
Cardinals plus 110. They're taking down the Pats on Monday Night Football. Kyler's putting up a huge game, making sure I score 160 points this week, and the Cardinals are still losing.
They're
Rob,
plus
Cardinals are
110.
Only 110.
They're plus 110, yeah.
They're
That's
not
a terrible-
favored?
They're not favored.
They're
They're
dogs?
minus two.
Not be
They're
favored.
plus 2.5 at home. Or
I'm gonna take the Pats by 1 million.
I would not do that.
I'm going to take you to the dry cleaner.
Gonna suck.
Yeah,
I'm taking the
Cardinals are
Eagles.
+1.
I'm taking the Eagles alt spread minus 13.5. I think that's their favorite minus 6.5 on the Giants, and I'm taking them minus 13.5 at plus 186.
Oh, yeah. Are we all taking plus money here?
No.
I'm taking
The fuck?
over 5.5 touchdowns total in the Houston Texans Dallas Cowboys games. I expect all 6 touchdowns to come from the Cowboys. That's at plus 114.
Nice. I
Cardinals
am
are
taking,
plus 1.5, by the way.
Yeah,
So it's a
1.5.
pick 'em, almost.
essentially.
I am taking the Los Angeles Rams at plus 6.5.
Yeah, we're all plus money, baby.
No, at plus 6.5 for minus 120.
Damn.
Were they playing?
They're playing the Las Vegas
Raiders tomorrow.
Raiders. And I don't think the Raiders can blow a team out. I don't think it's physically possible for them to blow a team out, let alone win by 7 points.
That's a good bet.
So
Good
That's
backs
it.
Blown out.
that's all we got for you today. Good luck to all the playoff hopefuls. For the rest of you, have some cake tonight. Whenever you
Thanks,
listen to
man.
this, have some cake. Why
That's
not?
nice.
I get to have cake.
You can have cake. What's
Daddy
your favorite
Leo
cake?
approves.
Hey, let's go around the room real quick. What's your favorite cake?
Cheesecake.
Does cheesecake count?
Nope.
Did you say cheesecake, Nick?
Yeah.
They both did.
So
I love
cheesecake.
it. I love
On
pumpkin
that note-
cheesecake.
Dan, what's yours?
Red velvet
That's just chocolate cake with food color in it.
with
Yeah, what's
cheesecake
yours?
frosting. With
Does-
cream cheese frosting.
Does cheesecake count as cake?
It does.
I don't know if it does. I was asking, does cheesecake count? If it doesn't count, I will just take a nice marble cake.
Marble?
That doesn't
I
count
love
as
marble
cake.
cake.
Those are
I like
Marble
that.
cake is a cake.
PC cake better. Oh, marble.
Marble. Marble.
I like
Well,
bunt cake, but is that considered?
a bundt cake is
That's
a
just
cake.
the shape of the cake.
Yeah, that's just the shape,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
You can
That's-
you can say your
That's cool.
favorite cakes are bundt cakes.
nothing bunt
I like
cakes.
my cake shapes.
Yeah, I like my cakes irregular. All right,
Is a
thank you
pineapple
all for
upside down
listening.
cake any different than a pineapple cake? Just because it's upside down?
Dan, end this shit.
Is cereal a soup? Is a hot
you all.
dog a sandwich?
Thank you all for listening. If you made it this far, and if you haven't, that's upon y'all.